guys, my name is Landon, and today I'm going to get another video talking a little bit today about crowdfunding. What does that mean? What's the, what kind of comes from it, what causes it, and stuff like that. So we're going to be talking about a lot of different games, a lot of different stuff. I'm going to have a lot of links down in the description for you guys to click on and look at. A very interactive video, I guess you could say, today. A lot of stuff to mention and talk about. And my thoughts on competitive and esports in general has really changed through this. So this is going to be a very important video, not on my nice DSLR camera. I apologize, still using my webcam. I want to apologize for that, but still, more videos to come, so keep that in mind. So let's go and get right into the video, talking a little bit about some crowdfunding stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna lay this out, how this works, what the game I'm talking about specifically. So right now, there is a game going on called Dota 2. If you guys are familiar with Dota 2, it's a great game. I will put a link down in the description to a documentary that I watched actually about it. It's from 2011. It's an amazing documentary, I must say. It's an amazing documentary. I watched that along with one about Smash. I'll also link that down, and also a one about League of Legends. All of those are absolutely amazing. They've really changed my life and how I look at esports in a sense. I'm not just saying that. They are great. I'm not like just saying that like I mentioned. I'm actually legitimate about that. So, but talk about Dota 2. Their international championships are getting ready to come up. Now, Dota 2, what is this? If you guys, most of you probably know or have heard of Dota 2, but their major championship is getting ready to come up, their international championship, which is actually going to be on August 3rd through the 8th. And the reason I'm talking about this is because of their prize pool. And their prize pool is something to look at. It's definitely something to look at. I keep refreshing it because every time I refresh it, the number just gets higher and higher. What number am I talking about? I'm talking about their prize pool, because their prize pool right now, and I'll put a link into the description of this video where where I'm looking at this. Their prize pool is currently consisting of $17,536,432 freaking dollars. And some people might be wondering, that's a lot of money. How are they getting all of that money? It is through crowdfunding. Now, there is something on Dota 2. I'm not super familiar with it, so if you guys know, I apologize. If you don't know, I'm going to kind of lay it out as well as I can. So there's something in Dota 2 where you can buy that kind of contributes to the Dota 2 championships. It's like a certain pack you can get in the game. I'm not really sure what it all entails. It's probably something to do with the game. Kind of makes something a little bit different, some more customizations, kind of like a map pack. How map packs work, how skins, how camos work when you want to buy new things. All of that money, at least a very good portion of that, is specifically going to Dota 2, and the people behind it know exactly what they're getting into. It's not, I'm buying this map pack, where's the money go? I have no idea. All I know is I'm getting my map pack. No, they have it specifically assigned to saying, if you buy this will go to the Dota 2 championships on August 3rd through the 8th. And I looked at an article from Deserto. I'll also put that in the link in the description. A really good article, I must say. But it all comes down to the crowd wanting to have this. The crowd knows what they're getting into, and it's kind of like you're a part of something. Like, you're a part of making this prize pool. You're a part of changing. Dota 2 players, you're in charge of changing their entire life. I'm gonna say the 3 highest prize pools in competitive, esports history. All those 3 together doesn't even compare to this prize pool. This prize pool, which is currently consisting of $17 million. That is a crazy amount of money that I would have never imagined, at least in my lifetime, to see in competitive esports at one tournament. One tournament decides all of where this money goes. And in watching Dota 2 and watching League of Legends, amazing esports games. I watched the documentary about it, kind of talked about their games and where they kind of generated it and how esports kind of came from it. And they said we didn't really intend on it. We were a small group of people who enjoyed watching it on a competitive level. We would have never imagined that people, or fans, or whatever, a crowd would enjoy watching someone else's perspective. And they just said we made a ranking system, we made a ladder system, and from there it just took off. And I think that talking about Call of Duty in some way, could we ever get to $17 million? Absolutely we could. And I'm not saying that to be like, this is our game, I'm gonna beef it up, I'm gonna make people think that could actually happen. I have very big goals for competitive Call of Duty. I think, honestly, I'm not just saying this, I am so passionate about where competitive Call of Duty could go. I think about it all the time, like non-stop. I was actually going through the store the other day, and I was like, what? I just think of ideas throughout the entire day, just wanting to make competitive better and what we could do to do that. And that was all kind of strenuous, and that was me just thinking about it. Kind of all came from those documentaries that I watched. Watching Smash Brothers, watching things and games that have been going since 2002 on a competitive level, and they've made it work. Like Super Smash Brothers. Melee, which is what I'm talking about, has been a competitive game since like 2001, since it came out. It wasn't even intended to be a competitive game, and for that to be as popular as it is, to have over 200,000 people watching it at times, even at Evo or whatnot, we have such a great capability of being able to do that. Do we have problems in our way? Do we have certain things that other games don't have to work with? Yeah, that has to do with how much a console costs, how much the game costs. Our game costs $60, while all these games are free or cost $10. It's on the PC. Everyone has a PC basically in your house. A lot of people maybe not are able to afford a console, in some way or some fashion. And also the major problem with us is that we have 3 developers. Every one of these games only has like 1, or they have to worry about 1. And for us, we have a new one every single year, and that's just a problem where our game is only meant to last 1 year. Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, Ghost, Advanced Warfare, they're only meant to last at least 1 year. Now they might have had intentions to make it last longer, map packs extending, or extra camos extending to even when their game is done and over, when the new one is kind of taking its place. But I think for competitive Call of Duty to really last and to kind of keep growing is going to have to do with crowdfunding, and with with David Vonderhaar coming up, with this new game Black Ops 3 getting ready to roll around in the next couple of months. I think that this is the perfect opportunity for Call of Duty to remain and to kind of build back to where it was in Black Ops 2. Now I'm not saying we've fallen down at all, but from going at 10,000 viewers a stream to 100,000 viewers in the same game, in the same season, I'm not sure if any game has seen that much growth in a very long time. Now, I know CSGO has really grown a lot, but they've kind of had viewership for a very long time. But in one title, in like a couple months, we went from 10,000 to 80 to 90 to 100,000 at times, which is probably something that is so, it's just so crazy to me to even imagine that. And for Call of Duty to be such a big franchise, it's one of the most known franchises in all of consoles, in all of video game entertainment. It's Call of Duty. Everyone knows what Call of Duty is. If you just walk up to a random stranger and say, hey, you know what Call of Duty is? Most likely they're going to say yes. And the fact is that I want to say like maybe only 9, 10, even 8%, I don't even know, I just said that out of order, but like 10% of people who play Call of Duty watch eSports. They watch the game. If we even had a fraction amount, if we had like 20, 30% of people who play the game watching competitive, that all comes down to how the game kind of portrays it. Now, if the game, Advanced Warfare, they try to do a couple things. Having supply drops was a good role toward it. They didn't even contribute that money, so it didn't really matter. I've seen a lot of people say, that's kind of like their CSGO opening boxes and stuff. Well, I understand that in a sense, but I'm not a big fan of the supply drop openings. I know people like to pay for them. I personally haven't paid for one. I'm just not that interested in it to get extra armor for my character to look interesting for a game that I don't even want to play. But still, these games have found something in them that fans enjoy, and that once fans can be involved, once fans can actually contribute what they want to and get out of it what they want to put in, that's when esports will grow. That's when esports really picks and it gets taken off. CSGO is such a fun game. It's so much fun to play, and I think the support around it is just based off how fun it is and how addictive it is and how the amount of customization you can do in the game is. But these other titles, it's just like they weren't meant to be big esports, and we're seeing this game, Dota 2, with $17 million in their prize pool. And I know this isn't really about crowdsourcing, it's just about the game overall in a sense, but if Call of Duty can reach to the fact where the game cares, the people who make the game actually care about Call of Duty, and the players are involved, and we don't have connection problems all the time. If we can just get past a couple of these large steps, I can see us getting to major prize pools, getting us into major parts of the world, and just growing faster than any other title, because we are one of the most known titles in video game history. That all comes down to developer support, how much fun the game is, if it's like the actual game in a sense. If competitive is like how the actual game is, I can see it definitely growing. But we have to have a fun game, a game that's not meant to last 1 year, a game that's meant to last a long time and further on. So guys, I apologize for making this a super long video, but crowdfunding is such a big deal. That just comes from developers allowing something to come into play where people can buy it, where people can spend money on it, for people to contribute. It's almost like a Kickstarter in a sense, but you're involved with something. You get something out of it whenever you contribute, and stuff like that. So guys, I apologize for the long video, but I'll leave a link in the description to all those documentaries that I mentioned, the Certo article, and also the Dota 2 championship, where you can see the prize pool constantly growing and kind of just, once you refresh it, I'll see what it's at now. It's still the same, but I think it refreshes every like 10 or 20 minutes and whatnot. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments your guys' thoughts on Call of Duty, growing and whatnot. Because COD isn't dead. COD will not die as long as someone watches it, and I'm gonna be watching it until it ends. So there'll at least be one person. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.